My name is Harshad Bhasin. In today's world, free and compulsory education has become a hot topic for discussion. The world can be divided into two parts. First, the developing and the undeveloped nations, and second, the developed nations. In countries like the United States of America, which are developed, such a model can be followed because they have a high level of taxes. But this system is not a viable solution for countries that are developing. Although 135 countries have made education to be a right, but still, free and compulsory education is the exception and not the rule. The developing countries do not have the funds to maintain the sufficient amount of education, the level of education that is necessary. And if, let us assume for a moment that such a model is inculcated into the system of developing countries, but without the funds, this will lead to a deterioration in the quality of education, which is not favorable for both the nation and the people. Thus, the provision can only be made available at some places in the world and not all, because the needs and conditions of every place is different. A person who is choking, dying due to the lack of air, such a person will be treated with CPR. You will not provide such a person with water to drink. Accepted.
So you're talking about funds that in case of developing countries, from where would they obtain the funds? But sir, I would like to point out that talking about funds, they can easily avail the funds from the World Bank. If the World Bank could grant austerity measures to Greece 3 times to help them out of the economic crisis, therefore they can also help countries like developing countries like India.
Ma'am, first of all, when the World Bank or the IMF provides a loan to a country, no matter how much the amount, it provides the country with certain guidelines according to how they have to utilize those funds. If the World Bank is providing, this is a breach of the sovereignty of the nation, because the nation cannot utilize it according to the needs of its own people and will have to utilize it according to the World Bank and not according to itself. So moving on, a country that is first of all in need of the basic amenities, food, water and other amenities, you will not provide such a state with compulsory education until and unless this is available for all in that state. What will a girl of 12 who died due to a heart attack in the drought-prone district of Latur do with education? Such a girl needs food. Such a girl needs safe access to potable water. Such a girl needs security, not education. First of all, this provision, yes, it is a noble cause of providing free and compulsory education to all, but it cannot be made accepted.
So you're saying that today education is a burden for many, as you suggested the idea of the girl of Latur, that she requires water. But I would also like to suggest that if you say education is burden, today education does not only mean books, it refers to the holistic development of an individual. So how would you justify your point?
Ma'am, first of all, I never mentioned that education is a burden. Education is not a necessity. It is some sort of a stepping stone that will provide you with the necessary guidance towards success, but no, it's not a burden, and second of all, it's not necessary. A girl in such a case, first of all, Latur does not have education, compulsory education. In Latur, people have to walk for miles to get water. Kids, entire families have to walk miles to get water so that they can sustain their families. What is the basic need of providing such people with education right now when they are not available with basic amenities? They do not have water is necessary for life. People do not have water. What will they do with education? Education cannot take the place of water. First of all, when this is provided to everyone, the basic needs for life, then education can be made free and compulsory for all. It should be made available in a slow and stepwise manner, for which the PPP or the public and private partnership model is a good step. First of all, it should be made sure that children in every country have a life in which they do not have to wander about for the basic needs in life, and only after achieving that should education be first made free and then compulsory to ensure a peaceful transition. Because though the cause is noble, the cause of free and compulsory education is noble, but if a safe and peaceful transition is not made, even a noble cause can turn out into a war. Even that can turn out into a revolution. Thank you.